everybody, so today I'm going to share with you how to apply powder foundation, get the most coverage out of it, but still look natural and, you know, flawless and all. So I definitely love using my mineral powder foundation when I want my skin to be able to breathe, but I still want to have some coverage in my skin because I do have acne, so obviously I really want to cover it up and look more presentable and all and feel more comfortable in my own skin. But if you are dealing with acne, I do think that mineral foundations are often a really good option. And if you really want to have good coverage but at the same time look natural, which usually is a really hard thing to achieve, definitely have a good moisturizer and apply it very generously before you begin, because if you have very dry skin, then the mineral foundation is just, or any powder in general, it's just going to cling to any dryness on your skin, cause blotchiness, and it will not look good. So yeah, I'm just gonna share more tips on like how to get it really nice and natural and flawless, and I hope you guys will like it. So I already have my eye makeup on, so I'm gonna skip that. But I'm going to begin with my concealer. You can definitely use foundation if you want to, but I do want to show you that you really can get good coverage with your powder foundation. So I'm just going to use my concealer, which is the Maybelline Fit Me in shade 20. And I'm going to just spot treat any blemishes or acne areas where I usually get them. But I'm not going to be like masking my face or anything. I really do want my skin to be able to breathe. So I'm just going to use this on my problematic areas. So that's around my nose, on my blemishes, chin, and this may seem a bit yellow, but because my neck is more yellow than my face, it kind of works. So I always go with a more yellow tone to really match my skin completely. And I'm just going to use my fingers to blend in the concealer. I'm not a huge fan of using brushes with concealer just because I feel like it always leaves me stroke marks. So I think that fingers are much better. So that's my concealer sparingly on. As you can see, I did not even bother to really mask my blemishes and all because I just don't think it ever looks as natural as this. This just makes my blemishes look less obvious and my skin seems a lot clearer. So the powder that I'm going to be using is my MAC Mineralize Skinfinish Natural. Definitely, if you do want more coverage, do not go for a translucent powder like this Too Faced Absolutely Invisible powder, which I love for setting my foundation. But it is a pure white translucent powder, and this is not going to give any coverage or anything, so I do like using this when I have a foundation under this. But for when I really want to use just like powder as my main product, then I go with something that has good coverage, and this is MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. I really think it's good and it's not overrated. I know that so many people love this, and it really is as good as people say. And this little powder thing will last you a really long time. I had mine for like a year now and I use it like non-stop. I'm gonna use my more like smaller powder brush, and I mean, if you want less coverage and more just like pure dusting, I would go with a more fluffy brush. But if you really want to get more coverage and if you want a mineral foundation to act as a foundation, then go for a smaller brush because it's going to pick up more product and it will just distribute it a bit better and give you more coverage. I'm going to begin by setting my concealer by pressing it into my skin rather than just swirling it like from the beginning, because this way I'm really setting the concealer and maximizing my coverage. And then I'm going to swirl it in. And when you're done with applying your powder, just take your brush without any product on it and go over everything, and this will just kind of remove any excess powder that may be resting on your skin, and this will give you a more natural look. So usually with a powder, I do not think you can get a dewy finish unless you use a makeup setting spray over it. But I do like my foundation like this, some more of a like satiny finish. Currently in that phase, I kind of sometimes prefer more glowing looks, sometimes more matte. So this is what I'm gonna leave my skin like today, but you can definitely add more highlighter if you really want to have that dewy look, but stick to a powder product, because if you put anything creamy over a powder, it's just gonna cling on to any dryness and it will look really blotchy and horrible. So stick to powder products. And I'm not even gonna be applying bronzer, just because usually when I opt for a powder foundation, I really want my skin to be natural and, you know, be able to breathe. So I'm not gonna apply any other additional product, but feel free at this step to add your bronzer, your highlighter, whatever you want. I'm just gonna use a little bit of this pearlescent pink blush from Wet n Wild, which I love, and I'm using a big angled blush brush to apply it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I think it was kind of simple, and it's kind of shared with you the most important things when applying mineral foundation. I really do think it's a good option, and you should definitely think about it. And as you can see, I feel like it looks really, really natural. When I look in the mirror, I really cannot tell that I'm wearing so much foundation. Sometimes when I wear like liquid or cream foundations, it can look very obvious. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are a new viewer, and I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Bye!